Hi, welcome to the Honors Physics Show. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be here tonight, but I'm going to try to cover the basics the best that I can. This is Honors Physics. It's the class that ends in the Regents exam at the end of the year. I'm Miss Snowman. I've been teaching for this is my 29th year teaching, and I've spent most of them here. I've been teaching at Ithaca since '01. And I teach physics and food science presently. I'm certified in biology, physics, and math. Okay, so I'm starting you out with the Canvas homepage. So if you click on the Honors Physics thing on the Canvas homepage, you will come right to this page. Right at the top, it has my email address. You can see I've been here forever because I have one of this style of hsnowman@ICSD. If you look down here, there's some other useful stuff, right? So the New York State reference tables, my YouTube channel that has this lovely piece, and also some videos that I've made over the years, the general lab rubric, and physics classroom down here, which is an excellent resource for supplementing your child's education. And then I'm starting out here at the Honors Physics course expectations. All right. All right. Let's see, we haven't updated them because it hasn't really changed too much, although it's about to, but not this year. All right, so this is the Honors Physics. These are the units that we cover. So at the very beginning of the year, we start out with vectors. That's what we're doing now. You might wonder about the physics book that we use. We use this one. It's Honors Physics, or Conceptual Physics. I like this book the best because it does such a good job with the conceptual ideas behind physics. So much of physics is math, and this gets at the ideas behind it. I can teach the math part. All right. The reason I haven't passed out the book yet is because there's very little on vectors in the book, but as soon as they need it, we will be passing that thing out. All right. So we start out with vectors, then we're going to go into linear motion, 2D motion, momentum, forces. The reason we do vectors first is so we can seamlessly move from Newton's laws right into three-dimensional force diagrams without stopping. Let's see. When we're doing projectiles, 2D motions, will be setting off rockets in the football field. When we're doing linear motion, we're going to be playing with little tiny toy cars. Today and tomorrow, kids are doing vector treasure maps out throughout the school. So this is a very hands-on course. It's as hands-on as I can possibly make it. All right, let's see. We've gone through that. All right, in momentum, we do a lot of stuff with little carts and probes. We've been doing a little sampling of forces in the vectors unit. We've been doing a physics of climbing lab. And when we're done with forces, we're going to move on to work and energy. Then we do waves, a little sound, music. Then we move on to electricity and magnetism, and then we do a little bit of modern physics at the end. All right, this cell phone usage thing, that's out of date since they're all in the pouches now. Okay, grading, it's about 40% quizzes, tests, and projects, 30% labs, 15% homework. So you should expect kids to have homework most days. I had a student once say that they thought physics had the perfect amount of homework. That kind of went to my head a little bit. But the point is there shouldn't be a ton of homework. There should be a little bit of homework to build on what we're doing because physics, like math, builds. And so it's important to stay on top of those little homeworks. So every day they get small little assignments that go into a giant composite homework grade. And then there's 15% classwork, which are more significant assignments. Okay. When your student is absent, the best place for them to start is back at this Canvas homepage with this big button here that says Current Agenda. If you click that, it will take you to the agenda slides. And this is the agenda slide for today. All right. So if you look at it, it has the date. There's always a due now. So today's due now was just to turn in their lab. But sometimes, sometimes it's something more significant. So let's see. A couple days ago, I had them play around with they did a quick check a couple days ago. That's just a little way of me taking the temperature of the room. And then we might do like a little simulation or something like that. So right when they come in, there should be something that they should do right away. Notice that a lot of these are underlined. These are all links. So, for example, this key here, the link to the key to last night's homework is right there, and kids can click on it and see what the answers are. Anytime a kid misses class, if they go to that day's agenda, it will have the key that for the homework that they went over that day. Let's see. Notice that, so today is a big review day because we're having a quiz tomorrow. So then the other thing we did today was these review stations, a little bit of differentiated instruction so the kids could choose what they wanted to practice on most. And then if they had a lab period yesterday, they did this little vector treasure hunt lab part 1. And then we have homework at the bottom. Of course, those things are also on the Canvas page. And the way I organize my Canvas page is through modules. So if you go to modules, and right at the top should be the vector module with all this stuff. Now notice some things in here. There are keys for the units. So in addition to going back and being able to find keys on the individual agenda slides, they might be here. I might have some extra helpful stuff. Okay. And right below this unit is also a helpful unit for all of physics. So it's got some materials that might be used for all physics and some worksheets that might be helpful there. All right, let's see. All right, and I think I mentioned already the best way to contact me is through my email address. So if you have any questions or thoughts, I look forward to hearing from you. Otherwise, have a wonderful night. I hope your kids have a wonderful year. I'm really enjoying getting to know them. Thank you. Bye.